Are you across from your reading partner? There was somebody here. Okay, I want you with your reading partner. Who is here?
Justin.
Justin?
Justin is your partner, so Justin is here now.
Okay. Eyes here? Ladies and gentlemen, I am wondering, why do we have kids missing? Is this where you were this morning?
You were with Mia.
Go to where you were. I want everyone to have a partner. Have a seat. Don't worry about where you were. I want you to have someone here. Darlin, you're here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Girls and boys, our discussion guidelines, we're going to focus. Emerson can go over here. We can help. We're going to focus on 2 today, Grace. Oh, we're not going to do clap today? Tell your teacher not today. I told her, but she must have forgot. Thank you. All right. So we're going to talk about take turns talking and listening. Remember, when you turn and talk, does one person go blah, 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 and the other person's going like this? Talk back and forth. The other one, stay on topic. Talk about what we are learning about. So if we ask you to talk about something, about a poem, are you going to be talking about your vacation in the summer? Okay. So we're going to focus on staying on topic. We're not doing clap today. I had told her, but she must have forgotten. All right. So girls and boys, we read every day in kindergarten. We read nonfiction books, fiction books. We read funny stories. We read sight words. We read letters like you did this morning. We read letters that we write each other. We read lists. We read all kind of things. Today, we're going to talk about and read some poems.
But the first thing is I want to remind everyone what our learning target is. And so today, our learning target is I can listen to and enjoy a poem. The first thing I want is everybody to look up here, and let's go ahead and say our learning target together. Okay, can everybody look up here? Ready? I can listen to and enjoy a poem. Okay. So most of you are familiar with today's poems, and we're going to think about what you hear and how you feel as we read the poem. We will talk about these poems and what they remind us about and how we feel when we're reading the poem. Okay. So the first poem that we have is Rain, Rain, Go Away. Okay, so I want you to listen as we read this poem.
Well, rain, rain, go away. That's our title.
Okay.
Now let's start. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. All the children want to play. Rain, rain, go away. Poetry sometimes makes me want to move. So today when we read Rain, Rain, Go Away,
No.
I was moving and I noticed some of you moved. Does that make it a little more fun?
No.
It doesn't for you? No.
Yeah,
What?
for me.
It does for you. Well, you can, we're talking about ways to enjoy. Maybe you have a different way that you will enjoy it. All right, so we read our poem. Now, Miss Ahmed, I want us to talk about this poem. Would you be my partner while we talk about it?
Your partner.
All right. So what I want us to do is share what we think, what we notice, maybe how it makes us feel. And you know what this makes me, we're not turning yet. Nairobi,
Hold on.
you're listening.
Hold on for a second.
You're listening. So when I read this, you know what it makes me feel? I want to go home in my bed and I want to get a big cup of tea and I wanna get a book, and I wanna lay in bed and drink tea and read my book and listen to the rain go pitter patter on my windows. Every time it rains, that's what I wanna do. How does it make you feel when you read it? Are you glad it's raining or not?
Well, I felt really happy when we were reading this because you know what? It reminded me of when I was in kindergarten. And I had a red raincoat and I had yellow boots. And I really loved to play in the puddles and it was really a lot of fun.
You are allowed to play in the puddles?
Yes.
Sometimes my mom said, you are not to get your shoes wet today, but sometimes she lets. So now you're gonna turn with your partner and you're gonna say, this poem reminds me of one day when what? Ding, go ahead, turn.
One day.
Turn.
Okay,
Okay, one dark, then turn. Don't worry about it, turn.
I want this. We used to talk
Remind
Ready?
you
I'll
of
join you.
what?
What's this remind you?
What do you think about?
My eyes and my thoughts are one of my sides are out and they even have four eyes.
It makes you feel.
What did the poem
Do
remind
you like it when it rains or you don't? You were crying when it rained? You're scared? Oh, so it makes, you don't like it, it makes you sad, and how does it make you feel? Oh, here.
Stop the rain. Or what's another?
Girls and boys, I heard some things, a lot of different feelings and memories. Mr. Emerson, can you turn this way now? He's new and he doesn't know much. So we can just help him. All right. Who would like to share? Brenda.
I was crying.
You were crying one day when it rained because you were afraid. Was it a loud, stormy rain? Or you just even get scared if it's a little rain? Really? Did anyone feel differently?
I was sad because my mom said to not go to the swimming pool.
You could not go swimming when it was raining? Was anyone else like Miss Ahmed and I, and there's a happy memory, or you love when it rains? Miss Ahmed, you wanna kick someone?
Well, what about you, Alex?
When I was outside, I put in some mud and then my shoes got dirty.
So you were thinking about right after it rained. Well, what I was wondering is, did anybody notice anything else about the poem?
May rain go away, come again another day. All the children want to play. Rain, rain, go away.
Mia, what are you noticing?
That the poem has
Are you thinking of a kind of word, rhyming words? Is that what you're thinking?
And Nairobi, what were you thinking?
one day when my friend, she was walking to my house and she's name is Scarlett, and then she asked her friend to come to my house, and then she told me when she's mom, she said yes.
Okay.
So you can play in the rain. So Mia, do you know which words rhyme? Can you find two? Should we read it together and listen for rhyming words? Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. All the children want to play. Rain, Dylan.
They wait.
Today and away. Let's do it. Today, away.
Very good.
Okay.
Henry, do you hear another?
Play day.
Okay, so let's do play.
Play, day, time.
What am I like?
Okay. So now, we're going to read another poem that
Let's
you
listen.
are familiar with. So for this poem, I want everyone to stand up in their learning square. So go ahead and stand up. And for this one, we're going to also do some movements to see how it feels and what it reminds us of. Okay, so is everybody in their square?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to read this one together. Okay, so I'm going to point, and what we're going to notice with this one is that we might want to even do some motions. Okay, so are we ready?
So let us tell you the title. I think you'll be familiar
Is
with
everybody
that.
in their squares?
I wonder if we should do perimeter. We usually do when we're doing the movements. Let's try it.
Okay.
The wheels on the
I
bus.
can't see.
Yeah, see,
Okay.
we need to do
All right.
perimeter. Go on your
Okay, guys,
perimeter.
let's go on our perimeter. Get your perimeter
Perimeters.
spots.
And we'll move this right
Marcia,
here.
we're going to stand. We're going to stand up.
All right, stand up.
Everybody standing?
Are we ready?
Make a little space.
Okay,
ready?
come over here.
Everybody ready? Kevin, scoot over a little bit.
Okay.
Okay,
Right here.
are we ready?
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. Listen, Ed, I noticed this poem is also a song.
And there's other parts to it, another stanzas. Does anyone know another part to this? Nairobi, what else could we say
Sing
to
about
this?
The what on the
There's the
bus?
wheels, what else is there?
The baby? Should we do
Okay, you guys know
babies?
that part?
All right,
Okay.
let's go ahead. You lead us. The babies on the bus go wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. The babies on the bus go wah, wah, wah. All through the town. Do you have another one? Brandon,
Another one?
what are you thinking?
Shut the door.
The doors? Oh, let's do that one. Show us how that goes. The doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut, all through the town. There's another one. What?
The mommy's on the bus.
Okay.
The mommies, what do they say? Show me. The mommies on the bus go. Show me what her face looks like. The mommies on the bus go. All through the town. The horse?
The horn, the horn.
Oh, I thought you said a horse on the bus.
No.
Are there horses on the bus? No. What's it do?
Beep, beep.
Okay, let's go.
The
The horn on the bus goes beep, beep, beep. Justin, beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, beep, beep. All through the town. Shall we do one more? So, the what? Oh yeah, what's that do? Okay, show us. The money on the bus goes clink, 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 clink. The money on the bus goes clink, 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 all through the town. Have a seat. That was so much fun. Girls and boys, some poems are songs, just like some poems have rhyming words, but not all. There are so many different kinds of poems. What I'd like you to do now is just turn and talk to the person next to you. Tell us about one of your favorite poems. Maybe one that you did with Miss Ahmed or somewhere else. Maybe Hey Diddle Diddle, The Cat and the Fiddle. Oh wait, we're listening.
Listen up.
I'm a Little Teapot. Shh, listen. Or maybe you like Jack and Jill. Turn and say, which one do you like the best? Or which one do you like the best? You like it? You like what? Okay, tell him right in here.
No, Ben.
Tell me.
You like it because it's on the computer? Did you like when we did the little piano board? What about you, Brandon? What's one of your favorites?
Oh, I know a lot of things like that. Which one do you guys love the best? Twinkle, twinkle? Do you like the stars?
Way too much rhyming.
Too many rhyming words for you in that? You like poems that don't rhyme?
Remember that one?
And what one do you like the best?
You know why I like that?
Why?
This is the funny
Little
part.
Teapot?
Where the
Good.
cows are-
We're gonna do that one on Wednesday.
You like that part? That's one of my favorites.
What?
My favorite
Ding,
is
ding. Who would like to share their favorite? But not just say, I like it. You need to tell us why. Does it make you feel a certain way? Yes.
Oh!
Go. Oh, wait, let's listen to her.
Why do you like Hey Diddle Diddle so much?
Brian. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you. I am Brian.
okay, so was that a song? You like it, and why do you like it? Let's listen to some. How does it make you feel? It makes you feel happy. Do you like all the rhyming words in it? Is that what makes you feel happy? Okay, who else wants to share their favorite poem and how it makes them feel? Let's get somebody that has it. Mia, what's your favorite poem? And why do you like it? Okay, it makes you feel happy. And Ashley, what's your favorite poem?
My favorite one is
The Wheels on the Bus?
Little teapot.
Oh, the little teapot.
It
And
makes me happy.
it makes you feel happy. Okay. And Miss Borland, do you want to call on someone?
Brandon, you look like you
Okay.
have something you want
Oh,
to say.
yes.
Yes.
Um,
I like.
I like Serious and the Bus
And why do you like it?
because making the money.
You like when the money, and what does the money do? The money on the bus? Clean, clean. Yes, I like that part too.
Okay. So girls and boys, today we read some poems and talked about some poems that you may have heard before, and maybe we studied. But I'm so excited because guess what? This week, for the next 2 weeks, or a few weeks, we are gonna learn some new poems that you don't know. We're gonna do some favorite poems, some nursery rhymes. We're gonna act it out. We're gonna be statues for some of them. We're gonna write about them. We're gonna draw about them. You are gonna have to do the work and put the lines in order. Do you think you can do that? And I want to tell you, remember I said there's leprechauns up there? We're gonna be learning all about leprechauns and St. Patrick's Day. So one of our poems, we're gonna learn about a leprechaun. So stand up for just a minute. If you wanna learn a really cool poem about a leprechaun, I want you not to raise your hand like we usually do. You have to do a little jig, Irish jig. So if you wanna learn about me, you have to go 3 to the right, 3 to the left. Let's do it. if you want to learn about the leprechaun. Go. All right. So tell the leprechaun, okay, we'll see you later. We'll see you later. All right.
Okay.
Tap your head if you loved learning about our poems today.
So boys and girls, today and every day, when you read or you sing poetry in class or at home, I want you to think about how it makes you feel in your heart and enjoy whether it makes you have a strong feeling or maybe it will remind you of a special time. Okay? And we're going to be doing a lot of fun activities.
Okay. Usually we go to centers. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We have to take a test called iReady. You may remember we did it in the beginning of the year. And now we're going to put you on the computer and we're going to do some more. We only have so many computers, so some of you will do that. And the rest of you are going to, I had my papers right here. Look what this is. The on the bus go. All through the town.
Do they get to put their favorite part?
You can do the horn, the money. What else? The babies,
Who has an idea?
the what?
The door.
The doors. What about this?
The white.
Wipers. So you need to get your alphabet charts. If we're gonna say the wipers, what letter would we start with? What letter?
Why?
Yipers.
W.
W for
Window.
wipers. Y-I-I-I.
I hope nobody gets mixed up.
I always get mixed up.
Wiper.
Oh.
There's an E and then an R. Wipers. Oh my goodness. The wipers on the bus. When you're reading, are you using your finger? The wipers on the bus go.
Round with.
I want to see how you sound out. Swish, swish, swish. And then what's this say? Swish, swish. All through the town. And what color highlighter might you want to use on the bus?
Yellow.
Do you think it'll look really cool?
Or colored pencils.
And what are we going to put up here?
Name.
First name or first and last name?
First and last name.
Okay. So we're going to give you these, and then we're going to pull you to the blue and the yellow tables, I guess, for when your computer's ready. We need to work quietly because people are listening on the computer. They're thinking, they're sounding out things. So we're going to do this quietly with our ABC charts. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
And on the test, when you're listening, are you listening very closely and doing your very best like the little engine?
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you these. We're going to hand these out, and we're going to go ahead and go quiet. Thank you, Alex. I love your butterfly. Oh, so you're up.
Your computer is that yellow?
Brian, you already took it because before you went to the hospital, I gave it to you because I didn't know when you were coming back.
Shirley.
So you get to do this. Mrs. Dowdy, Brian, I gave him the iReady early.
Gotcha.
Yes, we had to start later because of fire drill. What you can do is help them quietly sound out. You're going to help this out. Or,
Did you boys get out your alphabet charts?
oh,
Don't
that
forget
says
to get out your
Jennifer.
alphabet
What
chart.
does this say? Jennifer Sorto. So I want to see Sorto. Oh, no, at the top. This is where you're gonna see what you write about. So think about
Nombre de aquí.
I'm gonna give you all the So, I usually have the one that speaks Spanish work with him. But, Emerson, do you want to color the bus? Okay, that's write your name, highlight his name, and then he traces it. So, you want to do that? So,
Here we're doing
if you did not get your alphabet,
round and round. Now here you use a regular pencil. So what sound like
Grace, remember you put two finger spaces between the first and the last name. So move your J over.
Thank you. Amarillo? Ah,
Baby. Who's this? Who goes with the baby? Who takes care of a baby? Who does a baby need?
Yeah.
Mommy. Here, these are the
Oh,
nipple. You see how they're looking out the windows? You're gonna cut these out. Give me your finger. This finger. You're gonna go. You see these windows? You need to cut those and put them there. Where's the wheels? Now, Carlos, where's the wheels? Where's the bus's wheels? Where's the wheels? Where's the wheels?
you know what? We need all test people at once.
Okay, now,
So you guys.
here's the driver. Who's gonna drive the bus? Where does he go?
and Brian.
Yeah, he's gonna go there. Uh-oh, where's the wipers? You see the wipers? They go, he needs those in front of him. Your seat. If it rains, he needs the
All right.
wipers.
You guys move over here.
Usually what you're doing right now, writing the words. What sound do you hear here? The walk, walk, walk. Good. Okay, use a regular pencil, you guys, when you're doing the words.
I want your name. Okay, which one are you going to do? Wheels. All right, why don't we work on the words and then color? Okay? So put your name on the top. We always do that first. So let's try to work on the words before we color. That's what we always do. We're gonna do it today too.
Sorry.
You did not? What does it say?
Brian, what are you gonna write about?
Okay, now look at wheels.
The what?
What's it here? It says the word wheel. Look here. Wheel. Okay, where's the elbow? Okay, and then we already look, we already put on top. So is it one wheel
Yeah, that will
or a
help
lot of
with your
wheels?
learning
The
so
wheel.
Wheels on the bus go outside with your
Are we sharing?
And we can borrow some headphones from another place possibly.
You're gonna what color?
I cut it as a nice.
I like that, Brandon.
All right, Henry, would you write? So send up cling. Say the word slowly. So what's the first letter? Wink or clink?
C.
Okay. Here, let's see. Your picture. Wink or clink?